Hey team, today we're gonna make some apricot chutney. Um, I guess the question is, what is a chutney? There's many different definitions for a chutney, but we look at chutneys as condiments, regardless if they're cooked, raw, pickled, cured, and there's condiments that have some sort of spice, some dried fruit, um, or some fruit or a vegetable, right? And the goal here is to rehydrate the fruit and have it be soft and plump and juicy, but also have a combination of sweet, spicy, sour, or sweet, spicy, sour, and savory. Okay. The ingredients that I have for the chutney are: I have my onion, and I slice that. I actually cut the onion in half. I took my half onion, cut it in half, and then slice it. I have my ginger that I mince. I have my water, honey. I have my orange juice and lemon juice, and then I have my dry fruit and spices. And I took the apricots out and cut them into smaller pieces. Your recipe calls for cutting them in half. You can cut them in half if you like. I just decided that I wanted it in a smaller piece, so it's something closer to what the raisins are in size. Okay. And then I have it calls for peanut oil. I'm just using canola oil right here. Okay. Our first step is gonna be pouring some oil in the pot, and I have it at a kind of low, medium, low heat. Okay. And the recipe calls for sautéing the onion and the ginger until it's limp but not brown. Okay. The thing that really means is to cook it and actually saute it or move it, right? So when I put it in this pot, I want to stop moving it. If you can't jump it by just moving the pot, you can just use a spoon and jump it. When you put your food here, unlike sweating, we have to have a little bit more heat here. So make sure that you can actually hear your pan sizzle. Okay. And once you can hear it sizzle, start moving it. Okay. There we go. And you should be able to smell the ginger fairly quickly, nice and fragrant. Okay. Keep moving this for just about another minute, if not less. It's going fairly quickly. I feel like my pan is a little dry, so I'm going to add a little tiny bit more oil. And continue to cook. You can make this in a saute pan if you like. I like having a shorter or a taller pan, so I can make sure that all my fruit is under the amount of liquid that I have to start. Okay, and then that way I know for sure that they're going to rehydrate. Alright, here we go. Limp, but not brown. And at this point, all we have to do is add the remainder of the items. So all your spices, your cardamom, your chili flake, all of it is right here with your dry fruit. I already put everything in there for you. Okay? So you have to do is dump that in there. Get your juice in there. Get your water in there. And get your honey in there. Okay? I believe about an ounce and a half is what we need, so that's all in there. And now the goal is for all of this, I'm going to turn it up, for all this dry fruit to rehydrate and plump up, right? And all these flavors of the curry and the cardamom and the red pepper flake to all meld together. Okay. When is it done? So this sauce is going to reduce for about 20-25 minutes. That's just a guesstimation, right? It all depends on the amount of heat that you're putting on it. But the goal is that the fruit looks like it's sitting in syrup. Okay? It shouldn't be completely dry, but it shouldn't be soupy. It should be kind of in the middle. You shouldn't be able to, the fruit should not be completely submerged, but it should also not be dry. It should be about halfway there. Okay? And you'll know once you get there, the fruit will be plump and really shiny, and your kitchen should smell really, really good with the curry and the cardamom and all these warm spices that are in here. Okay, so we're gonna let this reduce, and I will show you once it's ready. This is what your chutney is supposed to look like. It's almost dry, not quite yet. It's nice and shiny, and all the fruit is nice and plump. Hey team, here we are. This is our apricot chutney. It's almost dry. We saw a little clip before. All the fruit is nice and plump, super shiny. Now, all we have left is to season it. I'm just gonna put some salt in here, and you know, salt. I'm gonna put a little pepper in here as well. But salt in this sauce should be one of those sauces where you see what a little bit of salt can do and the enhancement of all the flavors coming out. I'm assuming when you try the fruit just like I did, I felt like the flavors were there, but they were kind of dulled down. And just by putting a little bit of salt here, you'll see how lively this chutney becomes. Okay, like you should be able to really taste the curry and really taste the pepper flake and really taste the cardamom in there. Okay, so when you try it, try to grab some of the liquid at the same time. That way, you know, a lot of that liquid right now is carrying the salt. It'll still permeate throughout in a little bit, but for right now, just taste it with the liquid so you know how much salt you actually have in there. Oh yeah, definitely woke it up. This right here is a beautiful condiment for any poultry. Thanksgiving's right around the corner, so you should probably save this chutney and use it with your turkey. It's I know gravy is king, but this is a good complement to it. And I have all it needs to happen now is cool it down. Make sure you keep it with all the liquid that is in the pan. That way it won't dry out on you. But there we go. A little apricot.